our party is getting ready for the second Cobalt Soul mission, and we're going to talk about how we prep. So let's dig in. Last we left our characters, they were just getting ready to head over to Old Man Cruck's Bakery and take on the Cobalt Soul mission number 2. So let's go ahead and dig into our session prep here. First things first is the characters. We need to review them. So we have Chosen, our Bugbear Barbarian. We have Dimitri, our Gnome Fighter. Iris, our Halfling Warlock. Jimmy, our Sea Elf Druid. And Trixie, our Human Artificer / Wizard. Strong start. So they are going to be starting right in front of Iwo again, and they will probably recap a little bit of the mission, just to make sure they have all the details. And off they go to go into the River District with Old Man Cruck's Bakery. Scenes. So our first scene that we're going to be going over is the Cobalt Soul mission number 2, which is called Half-Baked Scheme. In the book, they want you to do about every 7 days to have different things happen. I'm speeding it up a little bit because my party just doesn't seem to be interested in the downtime activities. Every time we ask, they're just like, yeah, I'll go look at this, a few things, and that's it. After their completion of their first mission, Iwo reached out to them via Sending Stone. Some of this has already happened. Kind of went over the general gist of Old Man Cruck and his bakery. So what has happened is the Library of the Cobalt Soul believes that Old Man Cruck is selling magic items on the black market. And what they have asked of the party is to go check it out, find proof that Old Man Cruck is doing so before they involve the Hands of Ord, who's basically the city guard. If they can get proof, they'll get 250 gold, so that's great. But also if they can retrieve any magical items, they'll get another 250 gold per item. Iwo just gives them 250 to start. So total here, about 750 gold if they can manage to bring back a magic item. And if they bring back more, then great. What they do is they head over to Old Man Cruck's Bakery. And so it's in the River District, and you can see I've got a little location for this. So here's Old Man Cruck's Bakery. It's got places that they can spot things out. There's the canal here. They've got some trees and bushes, and then here is the bakery itself. So this first little area is like where the display cases are. You can buy and sell things. Here's his little counter registry. Over here is the kitchen. And then here's bedroom, and back here is kind of where the illicit activities go. And then in the middle is just kind of like an atrium thing. So some of these doors are locked, can't be opened unless they have thieves' tools. They can go and buy things if they want, but Iwo is going to suggest that the illicit activities probably happen after dark, so they should head that way around sunset and see what happens. Old Man Cruck was a retired mercenary, I think. At least in my game, that's what he's going to be, and now has gone to baking, and he is not very good at baking, but his side business, his side hustle of selling black market items keeps him in business. Old Man Cruck is trying to sell a rubidium short sword to a member of the consortium of the Vermilion Dream named Ashan. And Ashan is willing to go there, meet up with them after dark, and the book preps you for if there's a bidding war, how much Ashan is willing to bet. If it goes above that, then she starts to attack. And then once she's down to 10 HP, she'll surrender. You can also have Ashan run and escape, or if they just try and accost Old Man Cruck, that kind of seems their MO. We'll see what happens. So a few days after that, they'll be reached out again by the Cobalt Soul, who inducts them as members of the Cobalt Soul. So they get a little badge, they get robes, free lodging, they can go and buy some spell scrolls, and a pair of sending stones from the Library of the Cobalt Soul, which is pretty cool. The next day, I'm going to have the tournament start. So my party was really interested in this during the off days last time. They went to the Bowl of Judgment and talked with the guys like, hey, what's happening? What can we join? We've got a couple different things happening with the Bowl of Judgment, and I think this should be a lot of fun for my players. So there's 3 different tournaments. There's a 1v1 tournament for the spellcasters. So Trixie and Jimmy both signed up for that, and it was like 20 gold, I think maybe 25 gold for them to sign up. And then if they win, they get 50 gold, 250 gold. I can't remember exactly what the price is. I've got it written down on my pen and paper notes. I just haven't updated it here. 4 people in that one. 2 of them are my party members, and they will fight the spellcasters. And then we've got a 2v2 tournament, which is Dimitri and Chosen have signed up together, and they are martial fighters. It's a martial tournament, so they'll fight other like fighters and monks and that kind of thing. 4 teams in that one. So win 2, and you're the champion basically, and you get the pot. And then the other one is a group fight, so my party has signed up for that as well, and we'll see how that all goes. I've prepped character sheets for the martial and the spellcasters. I haven't done so for the group because I don't expect we'll have enough time to get into the group fight. So we're going to start with the fighters and then go to the spellcasters. And what I'm going to do is I am going to hand the character sheets to the people in my party, the players in my party who are not playing. It'll be a little bit of fun where they can fight each other and they get to play a different type of character, right? Because the martial people will get to play a spellcaster NPC, and the spellcasters will get to play a martial, just so you can kind of get a little bit more flavor and see maybe in the future if they want to play that. And I think it'll be a lot of fun for my party. I'm kind of excited to see how that goes, but we'll see how far we get into that. And then I've also just got some very high level notes on the next Cobalt Soul mission if we happen to get there. I highly doubt it. Secrets and clues. So most of these are brand new this time. We do have the one from last time where there's a sign around Old Man Crux that signifies that this is a repository for stolen goods. If anybody knows thieves can't, nobody in my party does. And then we've got another set of secrets and clues that come from the rival party. And I want the rival party to run into my party during the tournament at the Bowl of Judgement, because it's been a little while and my party has kind of been asking around town for them. And because it's such a huge city, they just haven't run into them yet. The rival party is basically joining the Allegiance of Allsight and following those missions that are in the book. So they have all of the relevant and pertinent information from those quests. They went to retrieve a figurine from the shop at the Suncut Bazaar, but when they got there, it was gone. Basically, it was stolen by the consortium. So, and then I've got a few different pieces of information from them, like it was stolen from the Allegiance of Allsight. The figurine was first discovered in Kael Morrow and has been brought back. Then the next they were sent to discover a possible second entrance point into Kael Morrow in the River District. They come to find out that it's not really true, that the Life Dome does lead into these caverns and tunnels, but it's really hard to navigate them, and no one has been able to find a tunnel that connects to Kael Morrow specifically, though they are on about the same level, so it's possible, which I think will really intrigue Jimmy because he's spending a lot of time in his off time searching the springs in the Life Dome. And then the last thing that they will do is have officially joined the Allegiance of Allsight, because my party has joined the Cobalt Soul, and they're waiting to hear back from Pollux about Ruidium. NPCs, we've got a whole bunch of them here. Most of these are just carried over from the last session, so we're not going to go over these, but rival party and some interesting NPCs they may run into as they go throughout their quests. Monsters, there's a bunch of stat blocks for the monsters. We've got Old Man Crux, we've got Ashan, and let me tell you, this is like a game changer for me, just having snips of these, so I don't have to spend the time to go look for them. I can just scroll on my phone and there they are, or on my laptop and there they are. Old Man Crux, we've got Ashan, we have the Ruidium Elephants, we have Satsrak, we have Kelker. I also have character sheets that aren't on here because I won't be running them for the fighting tournaments, so that'll be a lot of fun. Treasure, they can pick up a Ruidium short sword and the figurine of wondrous power, the Marble Elephant. That's pretty much it. If you'd like to support the channel, the biggest thing you could do is like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to contribute monetarily, there's a Patreon page that I recently set up. I'll provide a link for that in the description below. It'll give you access to a Discord where you can get sneak peeks of some of my videos and we can have conversations and whatnot. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys again. I do appreciate it. We'll catch you in the next one.